From weddings to funerals, what's the difference? Living or dying, you'll smell good doing it.
Caller ID.
Hey everybody, Dr. Necktie on this Fragrance Friday talking about Prada L'Homme. Prada L'Homme. Every man's professional scent, and if we got on an elevator and you asked me, Dr. Necktie, what's Prada L'Homme like? How would you describe it? I would say it is a workplace favorite because it fits in so well there. I'd also call it the modern man's chypre. Chypre. Now, chypres are bitter by nature, but this takes those bitter elements and mellows them out. And due to this structure of the fragrance, it's perfect for this modern day. And I think it has a place here for a long time. Not unlike electric vehicles or vinyl. Well, vinyl was here and there and here, but you get the idea. But how does it smell from a notes perspective? Well, you can see all the notes on screen, but the main players are that neroli in the opening. Bright, vibrant, and the iris. And I think iris can go one of two ways. It can be a warm iris or a cool iris. And in the case of Prada L'Homme, it is a cooler iris. You get that cooler, it's almost like a cooler temperature. And I think iris is pulled in this direction by the violet. Violet can come off really clean. And that's what's happening here. On paper, a very floral heavy fragrance. But don't let that deter you, gentlemen, because the woods in the base, of course, are grounded in something that I think most people will enjoy. How long does it last? Let me show you. A respectable 1 to 2 hours of arm's length spread, and then 6 to 8 more hours of existing in your personal space. This is exactly where a fragrance like this should live. It is right on the money. Who is this fragrance for? Well, listen, I don't ever want to pigeonhole a fragrance into this or that, but it is a fragrance for the working professional. I do think that it covers a broad age range. And that's pretty hard to do in its own right in a fragrance, especially at the designer tier. So it can make the younger man feel a little more grown up, and it can make the older man feel right at home. Also, those of you looking for an under the radar scent. So, you've got the bangers. You've got the explosive, stinky bombs of a fragrance in your collection already. And you want something a little softer, a little lighter, a little easier on the old sniffer. Prada L'Homme is perfect. It's a daily driver with a broad application. So it's dressed up, it's dressed down, and I'm getting ahead of myself because this is getting into when you can wear it. So you can wear it for the suit and tie events. It fits in there. But it can also be dressed down. Usually it's all business or all play. Prada L'Homme strikes this perfect balance. It does well in the heat, but again with those cool iris connotations, I associate this with fall and late fall as it's getting cooler down into winter. There's something about it that works extremely well with those in-between seasons. So you might find, depending on where you live, it works better during certain months than others. But it can span all 4 seasons. How much is it? Price is current as of this recording, but with inflation rates hitting all the time, this could change really quickly. But as of this recording, here's how much it costs. $95 for the 50 mil, $115 for the 100 mil. Seen here, this is common, this is standard, this is on par for the brand, this is on par for most fragrances in this tier. And here's what I wish I knew about it before I purchased it, that I want you to know if this is on your radar. So I bought this kind of in a panic because it had been out of stock in my area for a long time. I'm talking online as well. Online in stores. I couldn't find it anywhere. And something I noticed that in the department stores, it is discount friendly. That is, it receives these allotted percentages off. It might differ depending on where you live, but check often because you could get this on sale at multiple times throughout the year. And the one thing about it that makes me sad is that Luna Rossa overshadows this L'Homme line. You can see it in the branding. You see it in the advertising. Heck, you probably see it in the influx of Luna Rossa and all of the flanker reviews on YouTube here versus in the L'Homme line. And I wish Prada's marketing gave it more attention because it deserves it. It's solid and it's a little more dressy. If you were to put them on a spectrum, the two, Luna Rossa and L'Homme, it's the grown-up, more mature cousin of Luna Rossa. Final rating, B+. It accomplishes a lot. And for something you might say is underwhelming or just ordinary, it's doing its job and it's doing its job well. Sometimes I find the blending a little off. I find that it gets sharp down as it starts to dry down. But it is sophisticated, and in this generic world of generic scents, Prada L'Homme manages to rise above that just a little bit, peek its head out, and be something special for somebody. Because I think this fragrance will fill a need that you didn't know you had, I can absolutely recommend it for you.